Welcome to the Hear Me Out podcast, giving you the lowdown on the black hair experience. Today we have the beautiful, wonderful Monikah Lee.
Hey.
Oh, don't do that. Don't guess me.
She's been looking stunning and we've done her hair.
Yes, I love it.
Yes, we've done the treatment. Made sure that we just put it in a nice, neat style so we're not manipulating it too much because we want to care for that hair before we go in with that heat.
Yes, please.
Yes, how was the wash, shampoo, all of that stuff?
It felt so soothing and relaxing. Like, I'm so here for this.
Good.
I was a bit scared, like, okay, I've got new hands in my head. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about this, but as soon as I saw Sabrina's face, I thought, yeah, this is it. Like, I'm at peace, I'm comfortable. No, it was nice. And I'm like, you know, sometimes you get like the hot temp, then it's cold, and it's like, oh shit, like, wait, can I swear? Just to make sure.
Oh, I swear.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah, we can swear.
I'll try not to though. But I was like, oh damn, like what we're gonna get here, like
No, we ask you, is the temperature okay?
No,
here?
perfect.
Yeah, because we want you to feel good.
Yeah,
thank you.
right.
No, I felt welcomed. I was even saying that when I walked in. It's like I felt like I belong here,
Good.
and that I'm a customer and a valued customer, which is super important. So
We haven't even paid you.
Love that. You know what I mean?
They didn't pay me, guys. They didn't. Like honestly,
We haven't even paid you.
No.
You are a DJ.
I
You
am.
are a presenter, a personality on social media. You're out here in these streets, out here.
Oh, thank you. I feel like you know my brand because I'm outside.
Outside.
Everyone's like, how do you do this? I was like, I don't know. I was born for this. But no, yeah, that's all.
What do you mean when you said you're outside?
Like, I'm active. Like, when I say like outside, like, I'm also enjoying life as well. So as much as like I love presenting, I love DJing, I'm also just enjoying what life has to offer. So yeah, I'm just trying to do what I do best and let the black women know that we can do this.
How do you do it?
Oh my gosh, babes. Don't get twisted. Sometimes my brain will be ticking, and I have to be like, how am I doing this? But you know what? I feel like this is me. It's innate. It's natural. It's organic. It's not forced.
Yeah.
So like being around people, I love people. I love observing people. I love just having conversations. So I just felt like those skills were transferable for me, and I didn't realize how it's not really the norm, like having social skills, and it's really a skill. So I was just like, let me just adapt with that. Let me work with it. And I don't know, like people gravitated to me. You know, when people are like, you got good vibes. I'm like, yes, I do. But for you to tell me, I'm like, thank you. And just talking to people, I feel like it was always something that was just very natural to me.
How did you fall into your career? Like, how did it all happen for you?
Or presenting. You know what? I went to acting school, guys.
Okay.
So yes, I went to Sylvia Young.
Okay.
I've got so many friends that have gone there.
Part-time, because I could
Girl,
not.
but you still went there.
I love
Full-time.
that you put that in.
Yeah,
Come on.
part-time flex.
No, but own it. You went there. You was in the building.
Yeah, big up to my godfather. May his soul rest in peace. He's the one that paid for me to go there because money wasn't like that, and it was really expensive, and he invested in me. And thank God to my mum to be persuading him, like, yes, man, see my daughter, that they one day she gonna make it. So that helped. So I done like drama there. I done a bit of singing. It was very like theatrical.
Yeah, love that.
Very
David's
loud.
When I heard that, I went ping.
Yeah, use your
love
mouth and talk properly. Make sure you pronounce your T's and that and this and therefore.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? All new to me. And I used to do like acting. I also went to like an acting, street dancing school before I went there. And I really just loved performing.
Well, let's focus on that because that's important, because you've said there's a couple of important things there, because within our community, performing arts,
it was kind of shunned.
You say to parents, "Oh, mum, I want to be an actor."
Yeah.
What? You want to go and do what? It's so shunned upon in our community. But you've just said it's helped with your confidence, your language. Like, talk a little bit about how it's really helped who you are today, because I think there's some people that really need to hear that.
Honestly, it really built me to just feel comfortable in spaces that wasn't even for me, if that makes sense, because Sylvia Young was predominantly white. We're going to be very honest. I was maybe the two black students. No, it was like one black student and maybe a mixed race, and that will be it.
Yeah.
And that will be us. And even when I was doing like acting, I've done a few adverts like Cheesy Dippers and Brats.
I love that.
And I stopped acting because I was not getting opportunities. Not because I wasn't talented, but it had to be one white, one black. And if there was already a black lead, you weren't getting it.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? I haven't even told anyone. I even like went to do Hannah Montana, like when I was young, at the audition, and it's like, we love you, but you just ain't the right fit. Do you know what I mean? And then we see Miley Cyrus. Do you know what I mean? You see where it has led to. So for me, I stopped acting because I'm like, I'm never going to get an opportunity. Not because I'm great. I would rather you say that you're shit, so you're not getting it. But it's because we've already used a black boy, for example. I don't know, James is it already, so we can't have 2 black people. But we've come so far. And I done also beauty pageants as well when I was living in Jamaica.
Obviously.
So that's helped as well with like just being around people, being comfortable, being confident, and just being my organic self and just not really caring what anyone has to say.
Yeah.
When you was in those spaces, did it feel natural to you, or did you have to build a persona?
Yeah.
No, you know. So in Jamaica, when I done like beauty pageants, that felt normal. That felt great. Like I was put on a pedestal. Like you are representing your parish. You are representing your school. I felt glorified. I felt like I had a purpose. And people were really respectful of that. And I won money. So, do you know what I mean? Like, my gran was traveling. I was traveling, like, at the age of, 9, 10, around different parishes in Jamaica. And, you know, you're representing the school. So I had to make sure that everything was intact. The way I act, the way I perform, the way I speak, the way I engage with people. And I had to have sense. So, general, do you know what I mean? Like, I had to know. I used to pray, please give me the easiest question. Because they will ask you, like, it'll be like general questions. What is this and what's that? And it's just allowed me to just kind of fear nothing.
Yeah, I love that.
And it's like, if you don't like me, it has nothing to do with me. More time, it's just you.
Big up Jamaica, because Jamaica, they would love your beauty, but they want you to have sense too.
You need to have sense.
Yeah, you can't just be
because they'll be like, you're done.
Yeah.
And that is the biggest insult. Like, me, man, you done. We don't like that word. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe
I'm not allowed to use that word.
I'm not allowed to use. Do you know what I mean? But they were rude back then, so you couldn't be finding any ways for them to have any flaws. But I'm grateful.
Where was you born and how? Tell us about the beginning of your life, your career.
Oh my gosh, you're going deep. No one asked me about that.
Way back.
South London,
Yay!
I'm from Ends.
Another one. Here we go.
Yeah. Southwest, to be precise, not Southeast.
We're from Southwest.
So I was born and raised in Streatham. So Tulse.
Okay.
And then
Is that more of
moved
a
to
class
Streatham.
yourself?
It's not the most classiest in Southwest.
Because you said when she said Southwest, you're like, ooh, like it was a.
Now I was like, ooh, like South, because we're in Southeast right now. So big up
Southeast
Southwest.
stresses me. Southwest was
Southeast is stressful.
Yeah, because where are all the tubes? Why do I have to jump on a train, then a bus, and then maybe take a scooter and then just run on something? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like Southeast, you've got the tube station. It's just so
it's everywhere.
It's just so easy to get to.
I think for me, Southwest is just the service is better, the air is cleaner.
Yeah.
You know, the people are fresher.
That's a thing.
Yeah, the air. You went in.
The air. You got parks everywhere. You know, you got Clapham.
Oh, you do. You know, I
You've
didn't
got
think of it
Richmond.
like that.
You know, you got all of.
Oh yeah, like Chelsea,
trees.
Southwest.
Yeah. All of that is
sounded up there already.
It's fresher.
Right.
Southeast ain't kind of.
Right.
So yeah, the change from Southwest to Southeast is. Where are you? Okay, cool. So
Streatham, Tulse, that was me. So I went St. Martin's, big up St. Martin's in the Field. I went Christ the King in Lewisham.
Oh, what was that like?
That was nice, you know. It was different.
Traveling to Southeast, that was.
Yeah, but back then, I think when I was in school, when we applied for college, it was all about it needs to be far. I don't know what it was, but it had to be like we need to travel, we need to get out. So I didn't even apply for like the SFX, or I applied for Richmond and Christ the King. I wanted to just move away from Southwest, and now I'm like, if it ain't outside on my doorstep, I ain't going. You know what I mean? You see how life has changed because Uber is Ubering. Uber said $49.95 to get here. I said raw.
Yeah.
Raw.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was it. Like, went secondary school, absolutely loved it. Created a whole community. I had a bit of a turbulent like college kind of period, so I moved around a lot. So I lived in like Camberwell for a bit. Lived on Acre Lane, Brixton. I lived in Thornton Heath. So my journey going into adulthood wasn't the smoothest, but I did enjoy my youth.
Wow. When you say it wasn't the smoothest, would you say those obstacles kind of made you who you are today?
100%. Like 100%. I can say that, definitely. It's made me a bit more wise beyond my years. I had to grow up before my time, which I'm like, I wish I didn't. But I'm happy for it. I'm grateful. And I've been able to kind of see life in a different angle.
Yeah.
And it's allowed me to have perspective. And it's mad. When you haven't experienced certain things in life, it's really hard to see different ways of people living or understand different ways of where they're coming from. So for me, I feel like I have a full circle moment. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
And you've got the drama side and all that performing arts. So it means that you can go into certain things, being able to equip yourself.
Yes, I can change.
Put on the mask.
Yes. I've had to many times. Like, I'm leaving this outside.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I'm going to step into this and I'm going to do what I need to do, because it's not about me. Me coming into something is about representing them.
Yeah. Would you say you're acting though, or is that you?
No, I'm different versions of me, man.
I agree.
I'm so tired of feeling like I have to show up as one person. I am different versions depending on where I am. I have to alter who and certain characteristics, because at the end of the day I need to protect me.
Yeah.
And that's how I protect myself.
Yeah, I love that. That's
so
wise. Good. That is wise. So listen, we're here to talk about hair, obviously. We need to include, we need to talk about your journey. So we need to take it back a little bit. Talk about, so you were born here.
Yes.
But you also were raised, your
in
early
Jamaica.
childhood was in Jamaica.
Yes.
Let's talk about a little bit about that, because, you know, that's important. That must have created something in you. We know you went to Sylvia Young.
Oh, I know.
I don't know what the Jamaican version of Sylvia Young is, but...
Do you hear the accent? Yeah, Sylvia.
Sylvia. I don't know what the Jamaican...
I love it. I can't lie. Traveling to Jamaica definitely gave me identity crisis. And it's not until, like, coming back now, I'm like, oh, okay. Like,
really?
It took me a while to feel like I belonged somewhere. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So imagine having your primary years here, then you're literally picked up, thrown into a whole different world, and you're a foreigner. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm an English gal, and I'm like, but I'm Jamaican. It's like, but you're not.
Yes.
You've got an accent. Like, what's going on here? And it's like, you think you're nice. So obviously, like, I got bullied for a bit, because it's like, who are you? Do you think you're better than me? And obviously back then in Jamaica, it's like going to foreign was the golden, like that's the golden ticket. Once you live in foreign, you have made it. So why are you taking yourself out of England
to come?
It's paved with gold. Do you know what I mean? Like,
so if you don't mind me asking, why did you?
My mum, I feel like at that time my mum felt like I needed to kind of be more kind of acquainted with my Caribbean, my Jamaicanness, like my grandma. And if I'm being honest, maybe she was going through a lot, because she was in her 30s, maybe early 30s, and thought, or like, I need time. And maybe she couldn't do everything with me there, and she had 2 other children already.
That's fair.
So I think she just wanted me to maybe experience something different. But if we're thinking levels like now, she needed to just sort herself out.
That's the bold step for mum to make.
You
know, and also gives you the opportunity to live somewhere else. And build character.
I was vexed though, don't get it twisted. I didn't go to Jamaica happy, because I'm like, what's this? Like, why am I here? Like,
how old was you when you was in Jamaica?
And I was like 9. So I'm now rebuilding friendships and rebuilding relationships and building a relationship with my grandma. Do you know what I mean? Like, and kind of figuring out who am I and where do I belong? Am I going to be accepted?
It's a lot.
I think all of that has helped you in your career though.
Yes.
And maybe made it easier for you to build friendships and build relationships.
Yes.
But back to the hair, what was your hair like in Jamaica?
Oh, I was all natural.
That soft water and mangoes.
Why is the water in the UK tough, bro?
No, because up the road there's no river up the road.
It's like stones is coming out of that tap.
It's Thames, babe. Thames water coming straight onto your hair.
My hair was flourishing, like it was healthy. And then, like, you know, everyone lives on a lane, so everyone lives on the same road in Jamaica. So I'll just go next door and like I'll have my hair get done, like the nice cane rows. I felt like a child. Like, I didn't feel like I wanted to aspire to be something else. It's not until I come back to England I'm like, I want to get perm, I want baby hair, there weren't no trends. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're a child, you are gonna get treated like a child. Like, the bubbles was the highlight. Like, I'm getting pink bubbles.
I love the sound of bubbles when you're running. And
do you know what I mean?
Clapping together, and you just feel free like
feel
a child.
lovely.
You know why they do that, innit? So they know you're coming. It's not because of style. They just want to know
like
when you're busting into the room like a bell. You understand?
Do not kill me. I felt like a child in Jamaica.
Oh wow,
which was good.
That probably preserved your childhood.
Yes, it did.
I'm jealous of that, you know.
And the ribbons as well. Like that was like, oh, you got a blue, because my uniform was blue and white. So you had a white
That's
shirt
why my mum likes
and the
my
blue.
daughter to have ribbons.
Yeah.
It's that old school.
Yeah.
She's like, put the ribbons in.
It's cute.
It is cute.
It is cute. And even when like I was doing like my beauty pageants as well, it wasn't weave it was like
Your
bubbles
hair.
and do you know what I mean? Like the little ribbons, and I'll be like in a little white dress looking like I'm getting married or something. Do you know what I mean? And you just have like a green little bubble to just highlight it. It just felt great. Yeah, man. There was no competition. I didn't feel like I felt like it was uniformed and unified, and I felt that.
Amazing. Oh, that.
So coming back to the UK, how old was you?
About 12, 13. So I went straight into year 8.
Wow. What was that like for you?
Oh, they bullied me again, man. Oh.
Did you have the accent? Did you have
Yeah,
an
I had
accent?
an accent. You know what I even done? Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. My friend, even up to this day, all my friends get on to me. So in Jamaica, when you're talking to an adult, you need to stand up. Do you know what I mean? Like when you're in school,
Of course.
like yes,
Good.
miss,
Show respect.
yes,
That's
missus,
right.
I will back off the chair, stand up. So obviously in England, now they're like, oh, you got a new student, and you know, da 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 da. And I done the back off, like stood up.
That's
Everyone
right.
looked at me like,
What are you doing?
What are you doing, bro? Like, and then obviously I'm like, I come to England to get a better education. Like, I don't. Do you know? I felt like I had to. Like, what am I doing? What am I doing?
You was being Jamaican
I was
in
being-
England.
Babe. You be respectful.
I was like, but that wasn't a thing. So everyone was like, oh, what is like? And I'm just like, oh, you know, just slowly when you just think, okay,
So you
I'm
just sit
thinking
down.
right now. Like the whole classroom is getting smaller and smaller. Let me just. But for me, that was manners and respect, and I felt like I was misunderstood. So they obviously use different teaching techniques. So for them, me going to Jamaica, they're like, you're from England, so you have no sense. Me coming back from Jamaica, it's like, you don't understand the ways of living, so we are going to put you to like the 4th set or the 5th set. So I just felt like
The
it was
lower
hard.
sets,
Yeah, it was hard for me to
basically.
grasp, like, what's this like? This doesn't make sense. Like, how do I fit in? I'm not understanding the maths, because if I didn't do it that way, I would get beaten. And back then it was beatings.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So
Yes.
it was a struggle. And I think it's not until like maybe year 10, 11, I kind of found my feet.
Oh wow.
Did you? Sorry to cut you, Sabrina.
No.
Did you? What was your relationship with your mum like? Because of obviously what you've experienced.
Yeah.
Were you grateful for that experience? Did you realise how grateful you were, or did you was like, no, you messed up my life?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, because I was looking forward to go to secondary school in Jamaica. Do you know what I mean? Like, I built such a solid foundation.
Yeah.
And like, I'm a prefect, and do you know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
hold symbol, and I hold like U1 Minimus Black River. So that's the parish like in St. Elizabeth. Then I won Minimus St. Elizabeth. The next step is to go and win Minimus Jamaica. Then the next step will be to go to win Miss Jamaica. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you messed up my flow.
Right.
And I come here and I'm like, I have to now
Build again.
rebuild. And obviously people don't understand how it is a bit strenuous when you separate from like your mother, and you're like rebuilding that relationship. It's like, you're my mum, but like, do you know what I mean? I built a whole new connection. So it's like, I feel like I lost out on a few of the very incremental parts of my life that will shape me as a woman. I had to shape it myself, which is weird. And it's funny because you said as a parent you feel like you're doing all the amazing job, and then the child will be like,
Wasn't so
but
amazing, Mum.
Yeah.
but it makes, now on reflection it makes sense, but back then I'm just like, what's going on here? Like, am I coming or am I going?
Yeah. I think you're right. I think sometimes our parents have had to do things for survival.
Yes.
And it may seem selfish at the time, but you know what? For them to keep sane, for them to still be here today, they've had to do what they had to do.
Yeah.
So I get it. But it's not easy.
I'm grateful. I've learned a lot of stuff, but in my head I'm just like, yeah, life is different.
When you came back, what was your hair like?
Still natural, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you instantly feel like, where are the tracks? Someone send me some tracks to put some weave in, please.
No, it's not until like maybe year 9, year 10, that's when I got my hair permed, and we went through that kind of whole thing where it's like, I want to do baby hair. I want to slick my hair. Like, why is my hair not like looking like, you know, like the mixed race girls? Like, do you know what I mean? I was very much like...
You must have had fair skin, mixed race. Did you have many mixed race people in Jamaica that you went to school with?
No, it will be like Indian heritage.
Right.
Yeah, so majority of it have Indian heritage.
So did anyone
and
not
Chinese.
aspire to that? Was there no like, I want to have my hair
because that was like
this?
anomaly.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say. So in Jamaica, you're black. And
Yeah.
You're not even black in Jamaica. You're yourself.
You're just you're just you.
And then
they don't care about your. I didn't even think about my blackness as a child. If that makes sense.
And then coming back, it's peer pressure of what you should look like.
Yeah.
Comparing yourself to what different hairs are like
brown skin, light skin, all of this different was new.
Especially being a young teenage girl, there is pressure on, which team is the best or who's got the better hair and all that nonsense. Mm-hmm. Was it that made you want to relax, or what brought you to the relaxer process? Because if you did it in how old was you?
So maybe like 14, 15, I think like year 9, year 10.
That's kind of late.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
Because I shouldn't have,
I'm doing it by 4.
Yeah, that's mad. Yeah, my mum wasn't on that. She's like, because for her, when she looked at relaxing, it's like it's stepping into adulthood. So that's too grown for you.
Got you.
So I wasn't even allowed pick and drop until 16.
Oh, wow.
Braids, like that's when I first done my pick and drop. Because it's like, you're not a big woman, you're a little you. Right. So you're not getting them styles there.
I love that.
But also my mum didn't have the time to manage my hair. So I needed to be relaxed so it can be easier to manage. And it's like, my natural hair came with pain. That's how, do you know what I mean? Like, it's all hurry up and sit down, like, never do you hear it? It wasn't a joyous, it wasn't like, you are beautiful, you are black, your hair is amazing, let's take time. It was, this is a chore, this needs to get done, because I don't want people to look at me and say, let me pick them and walk out to the house.
That is such a good point, and I hope in this podcast, whoever's watching this can take that on board. That it is important that we make our princesses feel beautiful when their hair's getting done, rather than it's problematic.
Yes,
because it is traumatic, and then you go down this like spiral of my beauty is pain. So when I go to the salon, that's going to be painful. Yep. Or when I get certain services done, it should hurt. And actually, no, that shouldn't be the case. You should actually have a nice, gentle service that doesn't hurt your head or leave you with any problems.
Yeah, it's difficult. It's challenging because let's be honest, it is work. And that's where I started my career of hair, is with my daughter doing my children's hair as well. But, it was our thing that we did on a Sunday. Yeah. And it is, thinking back, it is quite hard to not make it look like hard work when it is hard work. Does that make sense? Just speaking on behalf of parents, I think now, because I think it is quite challenging to try to make it look easy. Listen, blow drying. Sometimes if that 4 seasons and the sweat, the beads, the cussing in between, because you're at home, you're relaxed. Yeah, there's no one watching you. You're there. The child is listening. Yeah, and
I think we should be intentional though. And even though it's hard, or it's not hard, it's just a lengthy process. Just say things like, oh my gosh, your hair is beautiful. You just have to take care, all of that, because what you've said is it was traumatic.
No, it was traumatic. It felt like it's just something that needs to be done. It didn't feel like it was a nice bonding period, which it should be. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And like, I even had an even more traumatic experience where I ended up going to the hairdresser. Under the steamer, I have a thing with steamers, and it was making this noise. So I'm in a hairdresser now. Mum's like, cool, we're gonna just go steam your hair, treat it, whatever. And the steamer's making noise, like bubbling, like making noise. I'm like, what's this, Mum? Like, why is it making so much noise? But I just thought, like you said, beauty is pain, because cane rows used to be painful. Like, if the pain rows wasn't tight, then it wasn't good cane rows. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you weren't crying in between, it weren't good enough. Like, those were the type of love languages. Love, do you know what I mean? That was attached to hair. You want to look good, you need to enjoy the pain. And I feel like that's even passed on to just future experiences and people. Do you know what I mean? Like, to experience people, it should come with pain, or it should come with struggle. So when it ends up being beautiful, it's like diamond in the rough. Do you know what I mean?
I love how you switched that. That is,
Do you know what I mean? So I started to enjoy the pain, because it's this do you know what I mean? Like, I want something good. You want something good in life, you have to struggle, because I struggled. Do you know what I mean? So went to the hairdresser shop. Now I digress. Went to the hairdresser shop, and I heard all the noise with the steamer, and obviously I'm like, what's going on? So I turned around, and then hot water just spurted in my face. So like, it's faded now, but I had a whole like hot water all over, like still underneath my chin. I think I was maybe like 13 then. 13 or 14.
Can I just say something? Hairdressers, salons, check your equipment.
Yeah.
Because you can really hurt people, and you could have gone blind. Something could have happened where you would have been disfigured for the rest of your life.
100%.
So
it's not worth it, guys. Get rid of it.
Get
if
rid
it's
of it.
bubbling, don't say, well, leave it there. If
No.
it's still working, it's still giving off
Invest
the
in your
steam and the
equipment.
heat.
I'm sorry that you went through that, and I didn't know you went through that, and you was under the steamer.
Yeah.
How was you today?
I know.
After
I
you
heard it
sing.
No. I heard it bubbling.
Oh,
I
is it?
said, Lord. What I've said I'm not doing is turning around, because that's what I done. Like, obviously I'm young, so I'm more inquisitive.
Was it the same bubble or a light bubble?
No, that was fine. No, it was like, psh, psh, like, you know when,
It's
like,
spitting at,
you know when you're boiling hot water, and you boil it for too long to the point where it's drying out, like the condensation, so you can hear little water at the bottom. So that's how it was, like, like, it weren't bubbling, it's just like,
like the dryness. And
do you know what I mean?
sparks.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I turned around and it just went, and I'm like, and what stressed me out even more is because it's like, that's my face.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm like 13, 14, and I'm like, you know how it is when, like, you know,
You're self-conscious
when you get
already.
burnt, you're gonna get the mark, and then you get like the dark part, like, do you know what I mean? And then for me, that was really like, my face was it for me, like your identity. It's like people look at you and they're not looking at you, they're looking at what's on you. And I felt like, oh my gosh. So since then, it's like, all right, if I've been through that, I can go through anything. It deterred me. If anything, it influenced me to be like, I handle that. Do you know what I mean?
That's a horror hair story, by the way.
Yeah, oh my gosh, that was ridiculous. I couldn't. And then back then, my mom's like, yeah, man, just give me £100 and we'll get. Do you know? But back then, £100 was like compensation, because my mom's ready to sue, innit? So my mom's
just
mad.
got £100.
But back then, £100 was peas.
Big time money, of course.
Big
it is.
money.
Yeah.
Did you get steak? What did you get that day? Did you get food that you
wanted?
wanted?
Did I get anything? Come on.
Please.
Do you know what I mean? You got light, you got electricity, you got gas.
Not even a chicken and
You
chips.
got dinner
no?
tonight.
For
Chicken
real.
roll. You might get
For
Chinese
real.
in 3 weeks.
Yes.
Wow.
But yeah, so for me, since then, I thought like, okay. So I'm very like, when people are like, oh, you're so pretty, I'm like, don't say that. Like, do you know what I mean? Because I'm
You
like,
are gorgeous.
in 1 second, that can be removed, because that's what it was. Do you know what I mean? Like, that was my...
Got you.
You can't just go through your pretty looks. You got to have personality.
Yeah, there has
too.
to be something.
There has to be something else.
Yeah.
So you started to manage your hair at what age? About 13, 14?
Yeah, so with like, mum was still permanent, still getting in like Cane Road. You know when Mohican was this thing back in the day?
Hey.
Jamaicans love a Mohican, boy.
I
Listen.
had a little,
Did you have
and
a-
it'll go round.
But you had no colour though, did you? You didn't have different
No,
colours.
I didn't have any colours.
See that?
Because
You're
I would
a true
think I was a grown
Jamaican.
woman, innit? You know, you're not a big woman.
I love the
You know what I
barriers.
mean? Like, mum was like, you're not a big woman.
Now
Yeah,
relax
yeah.
now, but you're not a
That-
big woman.
yeah.
Have your black,
You need to
you know,
chill.
mohawk.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But you know when I just wanted a little piece, you know, back in the days in a hair shop, they used to sell like the fringe, like the, this is sold the hair, but it was
The
literally
clip-on.
just a line.
Yeah,
of hair.
like a
What was-
track. Like a
They
little
used to
bit of
sell
a
the
track.
tracks. So it used to be
The orange, purple, green,
you had
blue.
the orange, purple, green, and that would be at the front when you're going to.
It was 99p, right? Wow, wow, you bring back memories.
Yeah, so
And
I would,
colour.
This was
I would
a thing?
get that and get my cousin to glue it in, and then I would take it out when I get
Done.
home, and I'll be like, show me how you do it, and then when I'm going, I'll glue it in when I'm going out. That was a vibe.
Wow.
So they're like strips of tracks.
Yeah, the tracks, they were good, man.
And you mastered how to take it out and glue
put
it back.
in. You got to use, what was it, ORS hair oil?
Yeah.
You had to spray it so you can.
Wow.
Big up the olive oil, hair oil.
You had to make sure the oil obviously mixed with the glue so that it can come out. Yeah, man, I've been outside. Yeah.
Love this outside.
Yeah. Like,
What has been your most empowering hairstyle? Like, what makes you feel like that boss?
you know what, the hairstyle that I just had in. So I done like, my hair just done like a little Cleopatra kind of vibes with the braids.
I saw.
Yeah.
I knew that was bad.
Yeah, that was
That was
mad.
bad. Yeah,
because
yeah,
you know when
yeah.
it comes to Christmas, I'm like, I want the bust down. Yeah, I want
Yes.
the orange or the ginger, and
You
I
are
want
Jamaican.
That's the inner Jamaica. Yeah, that's the inner Jamaica.
She's
when I saw
Jamaican.
them swirls and curls at the front with the plait, I said, nah.
That is what I want.
jam.
Do you know what I mean? Normally it's
Yeah.
like I want long hair and I want it to be flowing and I want to be looking Eurocentric, and I'm over it.
Wakanda all the way, innit?
I'm over it. Do you know what I mean? I had to go to my. She's like, let's do something different. I was like, give me some braids. Like, I want to feel like a queen. I want to feel like when I step into somewhere, you have to look and be like, who is this girl?
I love that,
Do you know what I
man.
mean? Like,
I
and I
like
want
that.
to also inspire like my young black women and
Wow.
you got a daughter. Like, these are nice, very cute, elegant hairstyles that you can have. Do you know what I mean?
You looked beautiful, and
Thank
I looked at
you.
those plaits, and I was like, "Are you really taking those out?" 'Cause
I
there's
know.
nothing wrong with them, but we can take it out for the hair podcast.
Yeah. You have to
the
be
Hear
out
Me
there.
Out podcast.
Yes. But it was just a quick, nice, fun hairstyle. Like literally, it was just like I intended to have it in for a week. It wasn't anything longer.
We saw that you did the Game of Thrones red carpet with your
Yes.
braids.
Yes.
Can
They
I
were
say,
flowing, boy. I was like,
I love to
wow.
see braids or anything Afrocentric on the red carpet.
Oh, thank you.
I feel like it makes a statement and
Yes.
it says that there are other options available
Yes.
and that we can wear our own or our natural styles or our braided styles in these places, and it looked professional and beautiful too.
Thank you.
That's
Tell
right.
them again.
Yes, I will. I'm joking.
No, yeah, I really love those braids. And the thing is, I had them braids in for a while because I was touring with Annie.
Okay.
So Annie's a rapper and I DJ for her.
Cool.
So it was just like proper like
Yeah.
out. And then I got like the email like, we want you to be there. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have time to take out my hair. This is not it. So I shouted my hairdresser. I'm like, I've seen this style. Let's maybe incorporate something with it. And she'd done like a little fringe with it, like just a little like Bantu knots kind of fringe.
Yeah, saw that.
And I was like, yeah, let's recreate this look because I don't have £200 to pay you again.
Yeah.
Number one. And number two, I need to fly out the next
We
day
to
and I need
recycle.
the braids to stay. And
Yeah.
I think even my friend, big up my friend, she even asked me for that style and she done like a whole JD Sports, I don't know, in Stratford, she done a whole
nice.
like billboard
Wicked.
using that style. And I was like, oh, look at you, like on a JD, like you
Yeah.
done that. Like,
Power.
big up
With
to
the
Ray.
braids, yeah.
She's an artist and also like influencer, big up to her. And she's like, oh babes, how did you do that style? I want to do it, not knowing that's what the shoot was for. So I went to Stratford and saw her on the big screen, like with Miss Banks and all the
Yeah.
man them, like the rappers. I'm like, oh, this is lit.
I
Like,
love that.
You know why? Because that was the style you was questioning. And you was like, I haven't got time to take
yeah,
this out.
yeah.
Had you have had time to take it out, you probably would have done something
Exactly.
more
What
European.
would you have done if you had time? Where would you go?
oh yeah, I don't know, you know, maybe just a pony because a pony's the quickest thing.
Got you.
Do you know what I mean?
It's funny you were rocking those braids on the red carpet because recently we heard from Michelle Obama who said while in office she would never have braids.
Wow.
I don't know if you heard about this, but
Yeah.
she said during her time in office she'll never, because she said they weren't ready for it.
Yeah.
They weren't ready for it. It's only when she's left now she's rocking all the different.
You see her outside, like, you go, woman.
It's the code switching that we have to do,
Yeah.
though, isn't
Yeah.
it? It is that
It's a lot of work.
if we're in certain environments that we
But
have
I didn't
to.
think she would even want to wear braids. All the
Yeah.
time, the Michelle that we've known.
Why wouldn't she want to wear braids? Have you seen how fire she looks in braids?
Listen.
Like how many years it's taken off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's like the White House has been washed off her.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
She's back.
But you do have to code switch. And
Which is frustrating.
It's very frustrating. And with yourself doing certain events and things like that, are there times when you're like, okay, yeah, this is maybe too black for that event? Or do I need to kind of make it a bit more European because of the type of event it is? Like, is there any points where you do question, can I be my authentic self or do I need to water it down?
I was rebellious from early.
There we go. I love
That's the
that.
Jamaica and England.
Yeah, yeah,
Jamaica
yeah.
and
Rebellious from
England.
early to the point where, like, I won't say the platform, but to the point where a certain person that ran a platform said, oi, like, Monica, if you're coming on, please don't do the yellow hair or the green hair. They will tell me. And I thought, yeah, but they weren't. So, madness. So, how I kicked off my career with the presenting, I started off doing different colour hairs. So, I don't know if you look all the way back.
Yes, yeah.
So, like, even on Link Up TV, I had a yellow wig. I got cussed. They called me... oh, this yellow bird. I was like, oh my gosh, you called me a yellow bird. Like, what? I went in proper, like, with yellow. I done green hair, pink, orange. I went in with a different colour because I was like, as a black woman, you are not going to tell me how I need to navigate and how I need to look when you want me. You're hiring me. Do you know what I mean? So this now is very much toned down. But how I entered the industry was very much... I'm going to see other black women to look at me and be like, I can wear this.
Yeah.
You know who else has done that? Someone tuned up to Little Kim.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nicki Minaj.
Nicki-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
There's a lot of artists that have gone in with a look.
Yeah.
And that stands out. So they are acknowledged because I feel like women in certain industries can kind of be watered down and brushed away.
facts.
So you do have to.
I came bold.
Good.
I came with different styles to the point where, like, that's how, like, me and my hairdresser started working. She's like, I want to do something fun, eccentric, electric.
Yeah.
I'm like, do it on me. Like,
And
I
plus
wanna-
your personality, for me, your personality screams, I'm here, I'm in
Yeah.
the room, you know what I mean?
You're gonna listen to
not
me.
I'm at
Good.
the back
No,
You know what I
You're
mean?
gonna see me.
Screens,
Yes.
see me. Yeah, man.
when I step in. So even like other like influencers would have said like a couple years after, like, wow, Monica, you inspired me to do this color hair. If it wasn't for you. But you know how this is, like this industry, no one ain't gonna give you props. No one ain't gonna say anything until like maybe we're in like a nice chilled setting or
We've had a few
drunk.
drinks.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Then all of a sudden
And
it's
they'll
like,
blame it on the
"Ron."
drink.
Do you know what I mean? I see certain hairstyles like, I know I inspired you.
Yeah.
And you can't even tag me now.
Yeah.
Because you know who done it first. But it's not even about that. Like, that's why I've done it.
Yeah.
I want to look and be like, raw, you was inspired by this. I don't need like instant gratification.
Yeah.
I don't need whatever. It's just in my head, I'm like, okay, it's nice to see this, but there's also an egotistical side of me, which I'm not going to be like, rah, like you couldn't say rah, inspired
You're
by.
human, especially if you see your
You know what I
style
mean?
on someone's head
Yeah,
and it's like, shout
Monikah
me.
Lee, big ups to you because you copied it tasted. See,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
alright. Like, we see
You
this.
know what? People are watching, and I think
Yeah.
Sabrina did a colour for someone that we've had actually on the podcast, Lauren. And since she's had that ginger look,
Yeah.
we've had phone call after phone call, and I'm not sure she knows,
Yeah.
because they're not coming through to her,
Yeah.
but they know the source.
Yes.
Because she's tagged the source,
Yeah.
they're coming straight to the. So she might not even know that we've had abundance of phone calls for her colour. You just need to know you're inspiring people. Do you know what I mean?
But you have to also inspire yourself.
Yes.
And
Yeah, man.
go into things knowing that you are that person and dress
Yeah.
for the occasion, so you bring that energy.
Exactly.
What does your hair mean to you, and how do you feel about your hair right now?
I used to hate my hair before.
Okay.
Hence why when I done the colours, I done the wigs, I wasn't showing my hair. I felt like I didn't feel desirable. I didn't feel beautiful. I didn't feel like I'll be taken seriously with my natural hair. And also I couldn't maintain it, and I didn't know how to use. I didn't know what to do with
Did
it.
London do that to you? Because Jamaica seemed like that was doing you real good.
Yeah, it was good, but I was young, and my thing was, it's like, I'm not trying to get mated, or I'm not trying, do you know what I mean? Like, you get to a certain age and you're outside in a club and you're going out, like, you want to feel desired, you want to feel like someone's looking at you. I felt like I couldn't do that with my natural hair. And it's like, what styles do I do? Because I look on YouTube now, but my hair isn't 1A or 1B, or, do you know what I mean? It's not a 2C, it's not curly, it's 4C. So how...
Your hair's actually not 4C. Your hair's, I'm letting you know it's not.
Do you know
4C.
what I mean? Even I even get cussed because my hair just hate, like, why are you putting why are you categorizing your hair? Like, why are you... I understand why it needs to be done.
It doesn't need to be done.
Yeah.
So even now I'm like, she's like, I hate it. It's your hair's your hair. That's
Your
your
hair is
texture.
your hair.
Genetics. We move.
It doesn't need to be done, because what that categorizing does is makes people believe that if you are 4C, then that this range of products is only for your hair type.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's a lie. So there could be a product that's marketed to the 2As that works
That
well
could
for
also
4C.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's incorrect. It is a way of just disassociating race with hair type.
Yeah.
And most black people believe that they are 4C.
Everyone.
And I would say you're about a 4A.
Yeah, that's right.
Because you have a loose curl pattern that happens to be afro.
See? Do you know what I mean? But I feel like I had to put myself into a box in order to feel like I can now know how to manage this. Do you know what I mean? So I didn't like that, and it's not until lockdown and like me meeting my hairdresser, and like big up to Tisha, she's lit. Like,
Hey, hairdresser, and we show love to hairdressers.
Yes, 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 yes.
I feel the vibes from early.
Tisha,
We show love to
your bad self.
Yes, we're here for it, because at the end of the day, it's about representing hair care, which I can see that your hairdresser is all about hair care.
And breathing love into me, like she breathed love into my hair. Like obviously, I don't feel like that's something that maybe parents back then was taught, because they had so many other, like you said, survival. They had bills to pay. They got to work 10-6 jobs in order to make sure your mouths are fed.
10-6 jobs.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't see my mum. She was doing night shift. When she comes home, she's gone to do the day shift. And do you know what I mean? That was life. It's like, you know where the mackerel is and you know where the white rice. Don't bun down the house and don't open the door. And I said, okay. And that was my life.
When you can survive with mackerel and rice, you can
Listen.
survive anywhere.
Get me, Hakkasan. I'm treating myself. You know when it's like, you think you're nice, you're a Hakkasan, babe. This me,
Yes, you are.
That's
You
right.
are nice.
Like, yeah, because I take myself there. Like, I made it a thing where, like, me and my girls, we are going there together. So when I said this is the caliber of what I want, it's not because I want you to bust me. I bust myself. But this is how we're going to maintain it.
Love
Girl.
that.
Still
Love
do
that.
corned beef and rice. Don't get it twisted, because
Listen, I'm banging corned beef and rice,
we'll catch up on top.
It's not cheap.
It has to be Heinz, though. Do you know what I
Corned
mean?
beef is not cheap
It's not
anymore.
cheap. It's like $4.99.
Listen, They caught us, you know.
Do you know what? I'm going to call out. Can I say a brand? I can't say a brand, can I?
Yeah.
You can.
I can't say a brand.
They will
Sorry,
sponsor us.
There's a particular brand, and you know who you are. Why was the corned beef locked up as if people were going to steal it?
No way.
Why was the security around the corned
No
beef?
way. That's giving me Magnum vibes as well. They're doing too much.
Why are you? What are you saying?
Why is it locked?
Yeah.
Who's going to steal
They
corned
know
beef?
who corned beef. Who's going to get that corned beef? It's not Karen.
No.
They know who's going to get the corned
Yeah,
beef.
I hear it. I don't mind. I'll pay £1 for it if you can.
It's
You know,
not
you know, back in the day in the hairdresser shop, everything used to be on sale. Like, come to the shop was a motive. I'll sit down like, yeah, you what? River Islands, you're like, top shop.
We don't have that on the
No,
round.
Yeah.
That was
Those
back
are
in the
tours,
90s,
darling.
guys. That was back
Yes,
in the 90s.
those are
Maybe it's still
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
It's still happening.
Yeah, me. And make sure you go to the bank and you had your little £10 and that will get you bare slippers.
You've been outside
Yeah.
in this
She's
salon.
outside.
I've been I've been
I
hustling.
love that though.
Yeah.
How important do you think representation in your industry is for black women?
It's
and
everything. Representation matters. Even now more than ever. And I feel like what I try to do is try to be transparent and honest about my journey, because social media, have to be honest, it's a highlight. It's a highlight of your amazing moment. So I try to go online sometimes without no makeup. I go online with my hair. They're looking at me like, Monica, what are you doing? Like, and I'm just like, this is me, and this is what you're going to get to know. This is the reality of who I am as a person. Like, yes, I can get up and speak the twang and do what I need to do, but I also can come and be like, yo, bro, like, this is mad. Like, don't piss me off. You know what I mean? Like,
Love it.
and it's not every day I'm going to be looking like 10 out of 10 and the makeup and the vibes. Like, and not to say I don't look 10 out of 10 without it. Do you know what I mean? I've had to also train my mind. Like, I do look gorgeous without makeup. I do look bloody beautiful with my natural hair. And COVID and lockdown is what taught me to start loving my hair. And I've done a whole tweet. Like, I went on Twitter and I'm like, I can't believe it's taken me 28 years to love my natural hair. Like, I had my natural hair on my birthday during lockdown. Me.
Wow.
I have never done for my birthday. You know what it is? It's pixie. It's lace wig. It's a... Do you know what I mean? It's not even braids back then.
Can you talk about what the lace wig did, the blonde lace wig did?
Oh my gosh.
Can we just talk about this for a moment?
Let's.
Let's.
Because I was hearing
Was that
this.
birthday hair? Was it a birthday?
That was a birthday hair.
Of course. Let's hear what happened,
did
and
you
then
do?
I'll jump in.
Have you seen that tweet? Like, with the man, them, I hate men. I love you, men, but I hate you because you lot are so honest sometimes. Like, when she gets the blonde hair, you know what time it is. It's birthday.
Hey. Facts.
And also, they dragged us for the makeup, the birthday makeup as well. Like, why do you... I know. And I even look back and I'm like, why did I do that? No, but why did I?
Was it a lot?
Because I could have done it myself. Do you know what I mean?
But what happened to your hair?
So I'm like, I want to do a pixie now, innit? So my hairdresser is now relocated to Antigua. She's done her thing.
Hey.
She's like, so I'm like, all right, I support you, innit? I'm vexed deep down. I'm
Yeah.
I'm burning, but I've got to be a great friend, innit? So I'm like, I love it for you. I'm so happy. I was like, I wanted to do a pixie, like a blonde, like a nice little side swoop. Don't get it twisted. I look buff.
That's
it. No one ever said, no one doesn't look buff, but it's the aftermath.
Good. Do you know what I mean? Like, good food, oxtail, and I don't like oxtail. You get me, like fish and okra body. That was me.
You know, I love when Jamaicans say good. It's like from their chest.
Good. That's why I used to hear when I heard that, no, good.
Yeah. It does something to my chest when you lot say good.
There's bass in the good.
Yeah.
I was looking fine.
Yeah.
So I even I hit up the hairdresser. I'm like, right, let's do this. Like, I'll tag you, whatever. Let's do half price, because then Pixie was looking at the 200s, and they provide a wig and everything. And I said, lockdown, just done. So I was doing a bit too much.
It's been no work, babe.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. But she's like the stylist, amazing. Like, I've been preying it for ages. So I went now, and obviously, you know how it is with booking hair now. So my birthday's on a Saturday. It wasn't even back then, but she only had maybe a booking on like maybe 5 days before. So don't get twisted. I have to take some responsibility. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, that. I have to own up to the fact that
hair accountability.
Yeah, I had to, because it's like, I done my hair, like the party's on a Friday, but I done my hair maybe on a Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm wockless, so I can't re-glue and replace and turn up. So I kept that glue on throughout the whole time. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm like, I don't know how to recreate this and do this, and I want to look amazing. I kept the glue on, and I think the glue was just, it didn't agree with my skin. So when I eventually took it off, I think I took it off maybe after 2 weeks, which you shouldn't have done that. However, I feel like it should have been maybe more forward. It was on the hairline because they want to give that illusion where it's like, it's yours. I know it just me. When I done the TikTok, it got thousands of views. Like, it was popping off.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
every maybe like big hair brand took that style because I done a little TikTok like Nicki Minaj. Back then I was doing like dun dun dun. You snap it and then it's a new style, and I learned all the lyrics 2 weeks before so that I can make sure that I knew how to do it. I was going in, do you know what I mean? So I love what came with it, but when I took off the hair, my whole hairline was completely rubbish. Like, it was gone. It's like you had hair at the front, like and then in the middle there was no hair. Do you know what I mean? Like, the edges were completely gone. And it's like, I'm mad, but how mad can I be? Because I knew something like this could have happened, but I wanted to look good.
It's what we do for the look.
I love that. I want to thank you for acknowledging your part in that.
Yeah, I played a part, 100%.
It's so easy to put it down to the stylist, which, in fairness, there should have been a consultation.
Yes, I agree.
There should have been some kind of explanation said, okay, well, you're not supposed to have this in for 2 weeks. We recommend that you re-glue again.
So what was it? There was hair added to your...
She had a lace
front,
Oh, you had a lace front.
But it was
Pixie.
2 weeks, but it was like I kept it on and like it kept on going back and back. Do you know what I mean? Like the glue, you sweat. Do you know what I mean? Like you sleep, the perspire, like all of that.
Were you re-gluing?
I wasn't re-gluing.
Right.
I just kept the head tie on and just shuffled it and done a little.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not until like maybe after 2 weeks I took it off completely and I could have just kept it on without re-gluing it.
Yeah.
And I could have maybe done a glueless wig. Like there could have been options.
Yeah, there are options. Yeah.
But she obviously has an image and how things needs to look. She has a technique and a style. And it wasn't about hair care. It was about looking great. And that's what I went for. So how mad can I be?
Right.
I didn't come to Morells.
I just want to pick up Monica right now, because you said something while I was doing your hair, which was you care about the integrity of your brand and that you don't want to be pushing out things that means that your followers will go ahead and ruin their hair because of a look. And the fact that you acknowledge that, you know, you do take responsibility what happened, and that, you know, the information wasn't necessarily given to you. And this is one thing I have an issue with, like wigs, and especially new wig wearers or people that don't wear wigs. The look that you see on Instagram is maintenance.
Yes.
Yeah. And the stylist should school you on what it takes to maintain that style. Even though you look buff, you look beautiful, everything that day was amazing. To have your hairline tarnished for a day,
it wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
Looking back, it really wasn't worth it. Would I do it again? I have to maybe
be honest.
Yeah, you have to be honest, son.
Be honest. Own it.
No, I couldn't go to that extreme. I now think of different styles. I feel like I've matured now and I've grown. So there's so many different styles I can do and still achieve an amazing look.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I can do a wig, maybe do a glueless one, or I'll just have it for the day. And then when the day is done, I take it off. Do you know what I mean? Like,
for us, we care about the integrity of someone's hair.
First and foremost.
And I love that you are even aware of that.
Yes.
Because it's all good wanting a style, but you can have the style, but what are you left with afterwards?
Yeah.
I'm looking
100%.
at all the cameras right now.
Yeah.
Are you left with your edges? If, you know, have you got any patches? Is it breaking? Like, is it worth it?
And my thing is, these hairdressers are not selling you a dream.
No, they're not.
Like you've said, they didn't go and come and say, I'm going to care for your hair. I'm going to do a treatment. No. We're going to style. Whatever the end result is, the end result is.
You got what you wanted, which is what
you
saw on Instagram.
Right.
So, with that being said, would you say that with the changes of your hair and being aware of the danger that can happen by doing a style for the look, what has that done for your mindset? Do you normally think about the hair care first? Do you think about my edges first? Are you thinking about the integrity of your hair before the look, or are you still chasing the look?
No, I'm not really chasing the look at all. So I will even have a conversation with my hairdresser, like we do hair rotation. She's really put me into the rotation of different hairstyles. Good. So it's not too much pressure on my my edges. So if I've done like a knotless, you're like, okay, cool, all right, we're gonna do a wig. Do you know what I mean? Like we have conversations, and it's really like
I
you
love
can
her.
still proper on job, like Tress is in travel, proper on job, we'll have things and she'll be like, all right, Monica, I don't think you should do this, but I'm like, oh, but I really need, there's moments where I really need a hairstyle to look a certain way just because I'm filming or I have a look in mind and I really want that look to come to fruition. So don't get twisted, there are moments when I take the mick with my hair and I stretch it, but I'll be like, all right, cool, I'm going to keep it in for a few days.
Right.
I'm not going to do too much. Or I'll be like, okay, please tell me what's the easiest thing I can do to not stress out my hair too much. So I do have in-depth conversation. If I do go to the extreme, it's because of something that is very important and I really need that
and
look
the
to be
money's
skewed.
right.
And the money is right. But I'll take it out straight after, if anything.
Definitely own it. And I think that's the beauty of us black women, that we can be so versatile with our hair. And having that person, that professional that you can speak to and, you know, have the discussion of actually this is too much pressure. This is what you're going to need now. Makes such a difference. It
feels good, man. I feel like, I got someone in my corner. Do you know what I mean? And I can bounce ideas and she opens my mind to different things. So it's nice.
What's been your nightmare hair experience?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's go back to this trend of a couple of years ago. Invisible parting.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Do you remember?
I done it for my 18th birthday.
Yes, yeah.
No, I was buff then too. It looked banging. But if you think about it, why is it looking like we're partying the sea, like the Red Sea? Well, go on there. What's this? There's no such thing.
Moses, shout out to Moses.
There's no such thing as invisible part, and then they'll use the black glue to stick it in. It wasn't invisible.
No,
it was a big parting in the middle.
It was the most visible.
Like you could walk through that.
Wow. Like a shopping trolley and just drag it.
It was mad.
Why do you have to
I love it. No, because it is. Like, I'm looking back and...
Lies.
Big up to my yard hairdresser. Big up to my hairdresser, Sharon, back in the days, yeah.
Sharon,
you put me through some stuff. No. I had the... You know the whole, like, you get there at 7 a.m, but then the brethren come from 10 a.m. You did there from 5 a.m. No, you weren't. Because I was there at 7.
Yeah.
But I don't want to get beat up. So
So
we don't do that at Morells.
Nah, you know when they look at you, they give you that one look. No man, baby, just a one look or something. And you're there 6 hours later. You see the whole of the family. Yo,
oh gosh.
And then they start fighting. Yo, the police comes and it's like, but bro, I've still got the towel on my head. Like I ain't going nowhere. So I'm just, it's like a whole movie. I'm like, police come true, and it's Brixton as well, innit? So we're active.
So you went shopping in the hair salon because you got your clothes.
And then
Then a bit of drama.
A bit? No,
that
was drama. Like I looked, I was like, no. Like I even thought, like, you know, when the man them come in, like, it takes so long. And I'm like, just go. Like, And then the children, like 10 kids, like running around. It's like, which one's like,
no health and safety, boy.
No, it's like, and they take up the hot iron as well, like, Mom. And why you so, Mom? No, don't do that. Nah, it was a story. Like I used to say, I used to take out the whole day for my hair. Like, guys, I'm going to the hairdresser shop. Be prepared. I brought my charger. I had my packed lunch. I had my sandwiches. I was ready.
So it doesn't have to be like that.
No.
There are salons that will offer an appointment and that will be on time.
Morells.
Morells is one of them.
Yes.
There are a few. You know what? I like my day too. So I don't want to be in the salon after a certain amount of time.
It was mad. It was traumatic.
And I think as well, stylists, just this is just a tip for you guys. You can cram in as many people as you like on a Saturday or whatever day it's busy, but how do you feel at the end of that day?
Yeah.
If you are exhausted, you haven't eaten, you feel stressed and you haven't actually produced your best work, is it worth the money? And sometimes it's not, because you'll constantly be chasing. Sometimes you just have to put out great work, know that you've done a good job and give quality in order to build that brand, that business. So that would be my advice to those stylists. You can do appointments.
Remember, you have a life and you're important also.
And black people understand time, especially when you put like the late fee on. They understand.
They get there quick.
You start learn time.
They get there quick.
You know when what stresses me is when you're late and they're proper pleasant, like, it's okay, darling. Then at the end you get slapped.
Bam! Because it's okay. We told you it's okay. You know what? We were talking about that. We were talking about like booking appointments on Instagram stylists.
I've been through it.
And the whole policies and the pricing and everything being added. So I want to hear your take and I'll talk about it from the salon perspective.
No. I've been through it. There's points where I've gone to the the website. I said, yeah, I'm not coming here. Like, especially when it's bold in red, please do not come with your hair unwashed. And if it is unwashed, you'll be terminated. That's how it feels like.
Wow.
You'll be sent home. Or it's like, your hair needs to be a certain inch. Like, do not try and come. They'll take pictures of the different
inches.
No, the different inches.
And if your hair's like this, don't even think about trying to get a pony because it's not going into one.
Damn.
That is feisty. That is feisty. No.
But I appreciate that, though.
We don't do that.
We don't do that, but they're telling you the truth in the nicest way that they possibly can.
No, but no.
That is me. No, but that is
They've got pictures.
You know what? Because clients' expectations, like some people are they're ridiculous.
When they come with the pictures, you're talking about the inch. Your hair could be like that. They'll show you. When you say, what is it you want? Yeah. Because my name is Jesus. And I was born in a manger.
I just grow baby hair. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Like in your 2-hour appointment, you got a whole...
It's mad.
Like baby hair that comes right into
Can I have this curly...
Yeah.
Yes, we'll perform miracles. Let me get my holy oil.
Yeah, it's mad.
And
I know some people do go extreme though.
No, they have to. They have to do those things because some people, common sense is really far.
But I think there should be some... Okay, all right. This is my thing.
There's a way of doing it.
On Instagram, those people do hair. They're not hairdressers.
Okay.
For me, someone that is a hairdresser is someone who is qualified in doing that profession. That's what makes you the hairdresser. Just because you do braids or you can put a wig on does not mean that you understand the etiquette of booking appointments, how to treat people that, customers and all of that stuff. That they just don't know. It's a case of you like what I do and these are my terms and conditions. And if you want what I do, you've got to obey these terms and conditions. And I think people get it twisted that
contract, man.
But your Instagram stylist is not your hairdresser. She's not going to care for your hair. Yeah. She's going to give you what you asked for. And if it was those braids that you wanted and she can't braid 1-inch hair, you can't go to her. You got to get the 2-inch.
There's some aunties that could pick up that 1-inch, babe.
Yeah, but they're not doing the Instagram styles.
You just go to the Peckham. But it's all like there was a TikTok. No, a big man thing where they were like, I'm going back to the aunties because the whole process was very stressful for me. So when my just went back to Antigua, it's like my birthday and like I've got some gigs and stuff going on and I really need like that personalization when it comes to what I do because like even when I was away and I was touring and I had to take out my hair in a hotel, like I had to figure out, do you know what I mean? Like I had to DJ with like keep the edges of my single plaits, but I had to make sure the middle was taken out because I had to land the same day and I had to shoot the next morning. So I'll be landing at like midnight and I've got to shoot the next day, but the hair needs to be done. And one of the hairdressers cancelled on me. It was just really stressful. Like the process is like, I need to book 30 days in advance. Like how am I meant to know what I'm doing in 30 days? Do you know what I mean? Like I can wake up today and a whole new opportunity has arisen, but I get it. Like there has to be structures in people's lives, but there's no flexibility. And it's like, if this isn't like, if there's no booking availability, I can't even like DM because it's like no DM. Do you know what I mean? Like even if I want to ask a question, it's like, do it through email. And then I'm getting rude assistance. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like the process from the beginning to when I get into the chair and I don't even get spoken to. I'll be like, how's your day? So for me, I'm just like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
I've had those experiences from the beginning of booking you. I should have known I was doomed.
When you saw the red writing.
Do you know what I mean? And I walked to the chair and I'm like, hello, good evening. Are you the person that actually I booked? Because they won't look at you and it's like they're 20 minutes late, so where's my money?
Oh, you know,
where's my refund?
I had that once. And I just gave her a whole free hairstyle and then she didn't. We agreed that she wasn't going to come back. Yeah. Because there was a misunderstanding. Yeah. She didn't get the text. I told her that the salon was closed. She didn't get the text, which is not something I do often, but I was closed that day. She rocked up and said, well, where's my late fee? I'm like, no, there's no late fee.
I think about it, but I don't really say it.
There's no late fee for you.
I want my hair done.
This is a business.
Yeah.
You're not a business. You're a customer. There is no late fee. I have sent you the text. I can show you that there's text and email has been sent. You haven't received it. I totally take full responsibility.
She received it. She didn't
Girl,
do it.
listen. But the way I play in this space is energy. And I, like you said, you felt welcomed, you felt like you belonged here. I've got this thing that it's an intimate service and people need to come in and feel the right energy to feel
People
comfortable.
think Sabrina plays. People think, look at Sabrina, oh, she's pretty, ain't she? Not,
don't play with me.
you better
She's gonna do it with a smile. That's even worse.
She'll do it with the best smile. She knows the best things
Queen's
to say.
English. You would never know I'm grilling you. It's not time. But for me, it's like creating a space where it's a nice energy, because we're used to toxic energies in hair salons.
100%.
And being disrespected and all of that stuff. So for me, if a customer is going to disrespect the space,
I back that 100%.
I have to get them out of the space, because there are so many that want to appreciate hair care and want to see a difference with their hair. So if you're going to take £25 for the business because you didn't receive the text, the number that you left, then what am I supposed to do?
Sabrina's analysis is, if you get aggro from a client, first thing Sabrina will say to you is, was that worth the £85?
And more times it isn't.
Was that worth what the service was, the 104? Was that worth it? What you went through, or how you're feeling now? If we say no,
it has to go.
That's it.
And same thing with yourself. As in, like, when you're booking an appointment online and if you're made to feel a certain way before you've even sat in the person's chair, it does put you off. I don't know what the medium will be for that. How do we resolve that issue?
I don't know. Just boycott it.
It's quite deep.
No, but because some of them is just really too much. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know what it is? Some people are so desperate for the look, babe.
Yes.
They'll go through it.
Yeah.
You now have matured. You've come to a certain way. You've experienced different type of services, so you know a quality service.
I'm not here
Where
for
some
it.
people, and we've had phone calls, they're so desperate for it, and I'm talking them through the process. We need to care for your hair. They don't care. I don't care about that. My hair's really good. It's fine. I just want the ponies. I just want that look.
This is why I'm so grateful that you understood why I didn't want to put heat on your hair.
Yeah, so different.
And why I said, let's just slick it up. Let's give you a cute updo.
Yeah,
because
it's cute.
Yeah, it's cute. You're serving right now.
It is.
You're serving. It's looking natural.
It's like effortless as well. It's like I just tell
and
you.
we can. I mean, I cut my hair yesterday.
You look gorgeous, by the way. I've been telling you, it looks lovely.
Thank you.
Jada, pink it.
I feel like my whole face is out.
Without the wheel though. We don't want that.
Even get somebody along as well.
They've been going through problems right now. I don't know if Will's around. Did you see him? He's in Antarctica. I saw him he's in the snow. I don't think Jada's there right now.
Send him there to cool down, man.
You know what I mean?
Punching up people. You can't be living.
When you said man to the snow boy, I don't know what type of loving that is.
But listen, let's get back on track. So I want to know, you've talked us through your journey, and it has sounded like an amazing journey that you've gone on. So I want to know from you, give me 2 words to describe Monikah Lee, say 10 years ago, and give us 2 words to describe the Monikah Lee today.
Monikah Lee 10 years ago was hype and excited.
Okay, hype and
excited in a sense where it was just results. It wasn't about patience. It wasn't about respecting and understanding the space and the journey and just taking things in your stride. I wanted immediate gratification. I want you to acknowledge who I am and what I do.
That's today's generation though, you know that, right?
But then back then I felt like now it's different. Do you know what I mean? Like for me now it's maturity, it's understanding, it's gratitude, it's love, it's respect, it's integrity, it's honesty. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't even have 2 words. It's like I have to make sure that I'm here for the long run, and being here for the long run might feel like I'm not getting what I deserve now, but it's okay because longevity is what I'm here for. I'm not here for the moment. I'm here to create a moment and the momentum that's going to come with it. And like this popcorn society will make you feel like you're not doing enough. And I hear it. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't get twisted. Sometimes I'm like, bro, like, why is there not £1 million in my bank, bro? Like, do you know who I am? You know what I can do? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But the thing is, it's like, I know where I'm headed and I know what's for me, and what's meant to be will be. And if it doesn't work out that way, I will be able to adapt because I've been through the worst. So this ain't like, to be able to live off of this and do what I love and say that this is how I create a living and I can pay my bills from this. I give thanks.
Right.
Always.
I give thanks. It's like even the other day, like I was talking, because I still work part-time and I've been very honest about that. Like I still go to Waitrose on the weekend.
Come on.
Like I even went on TikTok, I'm like, bro, when it was lockdown. Yeah, when it was lockdown, there was no money.
Come on.
But bills have to pay. And I've been at Waitrose since 17. I'm not going to say how old I am now. Do you know what I mean? But I've been doing that 2 days, and like bills, there was a moment where I had to take care of everything in the household, and I couldn't go off on my dream. I couldn't go to Miami. I couldn't do Cancun. I couldn't get the car I wanted to get. I had to sacrifice what I wanted to do in order for me and my mum to be able to survive, if that makes sense. So for me, it's like I have a thing when it comes to money. I'm like, I'm not going to let go of something secure because things are going amazing right now, because COVID came and boom, like there was no jobs coming through. And how did I make it work? That kept me, because I know how to live off of £200 a month. Do you know what I mean? I could do that 10 times over. I could do even £50, or do you know, I could do £50 a month. I can make it work because I know how it is not to have anything. So for me, it's like, I even go on TikTok, I'm like, bro, like, don't ever get it twisted. Like, I'll sit down with Dame, but I'll go to Waitrose tomorrow morning.
Love that.
And I will do what I need to do, because at the end of the day, I cannot be in a position where I am being compromised, or I can't, like, I start hating presenting and DJing because it's not bringing in, because it's not every day it's going to be.
Is there somebody paying those bills at the moment?
Do you know what I mean?
No, I'm asking you.
What do you mean? I pay the bills.
You still pay all the bills?
Yes.
Did you not hear what
that
she
pretty
said?
face? No, I was just saying with the pretty face. I'm just wondering.
Anyways, let me not do too much because I might spoil the market.
Because the DM, that's what I'm saying.
Don't. We marry for love here.
We marry for love.
The DMs might be coming through after this podcast, so we just need to line up.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, gotta keep it real, man.
Yeah, love that, man.
I hope the viewers, whoever's watching, understands that when you are chasing your dream, there's going to be parts of your dream that aren't dreamy.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not going to be fun. You are going to have to put in that work behind the scenes. And just because you see certain things doesn't mean that 100%.
Don't be fooled.
Don't be fooled. Like, literally, I make sure there's different avenues. Like, my mom's got a Jamaican, like, food business. When time comes, like, you know how it is, isn't it? Like, I have to get in the kitchen, or I'll do all the behind the scenes. Like, I'm doing her accounts. Like, I've had to learn to adapt.
Wow.
Because I'm not paying no accountant. I'll work out. Do you know what I mean? Like, I will help her to get onto these amazing stuff and use my network. Like, the more I get out there, I can be like, all right, like what we're saying, Blackie.
So I love that. I love that. Hold that right there. So you've taken a step. You are developing. You ain't just using that for you.
No, it's for everyone. We're all winning.
Can people in our community please? This is a key point right here.
Nepotism for black people for the win.
Yes.
We're doing
and for
this.
stylists and salons too.
Do you know what I mean? Big up nepotism. Like, I'm here to stay. Like, what? So what you say? You got a shop, You got an event coming. Like, yeah, St. Bess. Like, hit us up.
Can I just say, it took us a while to get you here.
Oh,
and I'm so grateful that you're here.
Yeah, we made it.
And thank you for
Sorry, I hope I wasn't too difficult.
No, what? No, not at all. Not difficult at all. I think, like you said, that nothing happens before it's time.
Exactly.
And patience, having that patience, but just understanding what we want to do here, which is showcase black women and their hair experiences throughout their careers, and just sharing your journeys. It's a blessing. So thank you for finally gracing us with your appearance. Yeah. We're not ending it, are we not?
Some people might be sending their children to Jamaica after this.
I know, right?
So don't take that drastic move.
Don't forget the Sylvia Youngs, though. Don't forget both.
Yeah, get me.
Some people like, you hear that story?
Yeah, let's go to Jamaica. You gotta make some money for me.
What would you say to the young girls coming up with their hair? What would be advice that you give to them?
Ooh, embrace your hair, have fun with it, and like work with people that appreciate your hair. If that makes sense. Like, if mummy ain't giving the love that you need, try cousin, try auntie. Do you know what I mean? Like, try and find ways to extend that, and I don't know, just play around with it. Figure out who you are and what makes you happy and what makes you smile. If you have to perm your hair to figure out what it is, do it. Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes you get crazy madness from like the natural hair community, and then you like, it's so extreme. Like, the hair community can be so toxic, like super toxic, and it's like, just do what makes sense for you and what suits you, and don't feel like you have to fit into a category or you're less authentic if you're permed your hair. No, if that's how you manage it,
your blackness doesn't fade whether you have perm or not.
Do you know what I mean?
The same blackness.
It's the reasons behind it that's important.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? If you're doing it because you want to look like Kim Kardashian and me, you need to sit down and have a conversation, because your goal and the epitome of success, do you know what I mean? Your epitome of success shouldn't be someone else. It should be the version of you that you want to be.
Kim wish she had some kinks and coils.
Yeah, but because come on, like, because what braids do they call it?
Kardashian braids. Do you remember that?
What? Oh yeah, I remember that.
The Kardashian braids.
There was, what was it called? I can't remember. Like, they called it a certain braids. Not, there was a certain.
Yeah, it was named differently. Yeah.
I said
the
what,
way
and
when she had her
then
braids.
even like when they were doing baby hairs,
hairs.
they called it. And I can't remember the name. There was a name that they called it. I'm
You're
like,
right, you're
are you
right.
taking a fucking piss?
Yeah,
A little bit.
100%.
A little bit.
Like, do you
People
know?
been doing that for centuries, you know.
I know.
Absolute piss take.
That was great advice for the young ones.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Just have fun with it.
I'd like to
and-
add as well that just understanding that there are different types of stylists out there.
Yeah.
So if one stylist is not doing what you need to do, like you said, move on to auntie or cousin.
Yeah, man.
Move on to another stylist and kind of get to know what they stand for so you can find what works for you.
Okay, so there's a couple of things. Not that I want to know personally, right? So
You
this
wanna
is
know
not for- this is
personally.
not for
You know when they
personal-
say
This is
disclaimer?
not for personal use. I have to put that out there because the girl's not going to be happy. So I'm just going to put this out there, okay? This is for public information. So tell me, it's evening time. It's late. You're in the bedroom. You go to the wardrobe. There's a section for lingerie. And there's a section t-shirt and panties. You know, tight panties.
Oh my gosh.
There's a section of t-shirt
Not you reminiscing.
and pum-pum shorts because you're Jamaican.
Yeah.
And the batty riders, is in the one section.
It's a flex.
Do you go to the lingerie or do you go pum-pum shorts and t-shirt? This is for the public.
Yeah, I'm doing lingerie now.
Oh, now was there a
Yeah.
point where you
Big
was doing
girl.
a t-shirt and
Yeah, or leggings. You know, anyway, that's a whole different
You
story.
did leggings and t-shirt. That's rude.
You know what I love?
So
Yeah,
rude.
like you ain't getting nothing.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
you know
saying.
what?
That's a
I was-
sign.
Listen,
That's rude.
We are connected.
Yeah,
I was going to
yeah,
say,
yeah,
the
yeah.
leggings is like, oh, we're
You
just
ain't get
watching the
nothing.
movie.
It's just it's like it's a little, but obviously it'll be a crop top. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Little
yes,
breast.
you see a little bit of something there in the corner of your eye. Your eye
But now
feel-
lingerie, obviously, you got to look on money now, so I look a savage Fenty. You
Yeah,
know?
way big up, average.
Back in the
Sabrina
days.
said, where? Like she
Do you know what I
said,
mean? Savage Fenty, and it's not a Klarna.
Rihanna.
I can't have
I
you
made
two
it.
together for long. You two are
Not
toxic.
no four payments.
No four
Sabrina
payments.
said, yeah.
Four payments. Oh, I've
No,
done
no,
a four
no,
payments,
here.
guys. It's
For the
struggle.
lingerie. Oh, boy, you
Yeah,
better wear
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Lingerie, that's big girl stuff.
Yeah,
okay.
Savage Fenty is good vibes, man.
No,
we have to be
it
worth it, though.
is.
Do you know what I mean?
Does Fenty not do t-shirt and panties, no?
No,
No, she's not
she's
trying.
not on that.
Rihanna's not trying to do that.
Nah, she's got a boxes for the man them though, which is nice.
We
I'm
say
like,
what a Fenty.
yeah.
Hear that,
Boy.
fellas? There's boxes for the man. No one's
I want
checking
to
Fenty,
ask
boy.
a question about the bedroom.
Okay.
Headscarf on, headscarf off.
Headscarf on.
So you got lingerie with your headscarf
Yeah,
on?
facts.
Wow.
No. So we'll obviously headscarf will come on after, but at the beginning I'll do like take a picture for me now.
Okay.
Pause for me now.
No. This is not
Another
working.
one,
This is not working, you know.
and then headscarf on.
All the vision just
Yeah,
mash up.
because imagine sweat out.
Do you know what? Big up the guys that hand over the headscarf. My headscarf was handed over to me yesterday. Because I got a new do. And like I'm trying to look sweet in the morning. Like he
we
had
ain't
my
doing
back.
that.
We both share the Morells headscarf.
Yeah, like-
so.
We ain't doing that. No, I'm sorry.
But can I just say, nowadays, there's a few men who have to tie their hair down.
Yeah, love
Yeah,
that.
yeah, we
you could
share
keep
our-
the waves going, or I don't know, cane rows or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They'll be
The
tying their hair
hairline,
down.
like, cause we ain't going Turkey. We have to do Turkey because everyone wants to do Turkey.
Wow, I'm done. Wow.
I don't mind. I support Turkey.
She said
I'll
the
go on
hairline.
holiday and you do your thing. I'm here to support.
Let me suntan and support.
Do you know what I mean? If you're going Turkey, that means you got money. We're living.
Babe, there's a lot of people are getting done. Teeth, breasts,
Yeah, I'm here for
hairline.
it. Whatever makes you happy.
Happy.
Like, babes, I feel insecure. Let's go.
Let's go and get the
Like, I
hair.
don't really
Listen, I had a
hesitate.
spray on and I felt like I
hooked
was
him up.
15.
Yeah.
I hooked him up. He had a whole, like a sprayed the hairline.
Love
and
that.
I'll
everything.
show you after. My
Show
hair was
me.
full
Love
of
that.
hair.
I love it. Oh, wait, you done a whole spray?
Hair fibers.
Hair fibers, babe. Sabrina hooked me up. She faded what I had left.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I did.
Took and she
Artistry.
sprayed me.
I
Listen,
love
I
that.
didn't even know I could do it myself.
I love that.
I had a friend
I'm
who saw it
here,
and
man.
They said, "Ooh," I said, "Yeah."
Yeah, I support. I support
That's
anything
fibers,
that
babe.
makes
That's what
I
fibers
support
will
it.
do.
Yeah.
I agree, and I love that as women that we do support men beautifying themselves.
Yeah, man,
Because
like,
confidence is
it's
nothing to do with
important.
male or
Masculinity.
female or anything
No.
like that. It's how you feel about yourself and how you navigate through life.
Honestly, babes like my head, I got you. Where we going? Like, what
I love it. Take a
time?
picture of them in there. I love it. Once
Pour
that's
some
done,
up. And then
then put the
headscarf is
headscarf
on.
on.
But you know what with me, yeah, like when I'm getting to know someone, you're seeing the real, like
I was about to ask that.
yeah, man, like I'm with FaceTime, like let's not this is cute, but this ain't it. Like this ain't 24/7. You're not getting used to. You get this 10%.
Right.
90% is a headscarf and in that same dressing gown from 17. Do you know what I mean? Because I've got commitment issues. So
you know when it's comfortable, it's
comfortable.
molded to your body.
It's
like
comfortable.
it's just
No, I'm
that
not in
dressing
agreement.
gown.
from M&S,
I'm
and
not
M&S was
agreeing.
good quality. So what I used to work at M&S and I got it on
repeat
discount.
that.
You know,
No.
£4. Yeah. Oh my
God
gosh.
forbid.
We
They're
give
gonna be-
thanks to the top up, guys.
Do you know what I mean?
No, put that drink down.
So yeah, mum even bought me a new one because she's like, "Come on," and I'm like, "I know, mum." So
You're
this will be
attached.
now my
No, we're not doing
the
that.
third chapter of this one till I'm at 50. Like it's here. But yeah, you're seeing it. I was like, babe, this is.
Yeah, we can see you.
No,
but let the
this
thing
is
be fresh,
me.
innit?
Like this is
No,
the realness.
I agree. I think
Nah.
you seeing the realness creates intimacy.
Yeah, facts.
And having that intimacy from the jump, it creates you just have a better chance in the relationship of
Yeah.
realness rather than
I get it, but
like 1 minute,
You
babe.
gotta
Yeah.
rotate that pajamas, babes.
Yeah.
No,
No, but a
rotate
dressing
it.
gown is
dressing
different.
gown.
But a dressing gown,
The
no.
dressing gown's for afterwards.
It's
to keep
after.
all-
Yeah.
But the dressing gown
Do you know
is
what I
bust
mean?
up. We
Yeah,
need
it is.
to-
It is. The hood is all. The pockets
Yeah,
gone.
yeah,
But there's
Comfort.
love. It's
And you
it's
can't
got
try and
me
come
through.
and
Do
sit on
you
my
know what I
lap
mean?
with
I've
the same
cried in
mash-up.
that. Do you know what I mean? Like I've been
Right,
dumped in
you've
that.
laughed.
I've laughed.
No, but why do you women do that? But you want to be sexual in a mash-up gown.
No, it's not.
Oh no, it's not sexual. This is just
afterwards.
us being like no.
It's
No,
comfort.
even doing. You want to come and sit on my lap
No,
with the
no,
mash up
it's
the,
men. It's
the
the
gown
men.
that's smelling.
If you see me,
you've been through
if you
some
see me in the
He's been
dressing
through some
gown,
stuff. He's been through some stuff. You're not projecting. That's not me.
if you see me in the dressing gown that
He said
you
smelling.
don't like and you
I smell
come for
good.
me,
You can wash that stuff
We
out
reviewed
anytime.
that.
We've had
Yeah,
that stuff
we
since
reviewed that.
17. It ain't the same.
we've got one
That's
more
nice.
fun question.
Okay.
Let's go before this moves to
Yeah.
something different.
I know.
If you was on a desert island
Mm-hmm.
and you
Boy.
had to pick one or the other, what would you pick? And they would be petroleum jelly or
Yeah.
olive oil. What would you take with
Olive
you?
oil, man.
True Jamaican. What are you doing with that olive oil?
Anoint
babes?
myself to keep me going.
Amen.
Amen,
We give
hallelujah.
thanks.
No, but olive oil, I can cream my skin with that. Do you know what I mean? And olive oil, I love oil. Like I love oil on my
Yes.
skin. Like cocoa butter has to be tough.
Oily.
Do you know what I mean? You know the water on there as well. I mean, you know the sand and I can't feel dryness. So olive oil, and then push come to shove, like yeah, man, that's fine. Do you
can
know what I
cook as
mean?
well, 2 pieces of
Can
fish.
cook it. Do you know what I mean?
You can still.
And you know if my ear's hurting me, you can dash the olive oil in.
Oh yeah, you can. You can play with it.
Oh,
For the wax,
oil?
yeah. When you have earache and that, they always say put olive oil for the wax. Mm-hmm.
You can't do that with petroleum jelly.
You can't do that. You heat it up with something else. happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's toxic.
Yeah,
Oh,
olive
wow.
oil is good, man. Petroleum
Yeah,
jelly
yeah,
is
it's true.
olive oil gives me. It's multifaceted.
I love that. Thank you for your answers.
Thank you for having me. It's been
We
a pleasure.
have a gift for you.
Don't say that, because no one buys me gifts like that. You know, I'm like, oh,
We have our Morells treatments for
oh
you.
my god, this
There
is
you go.
everything. Because I love hair, guys.
Oh gosh, it's product for you product junkies out there.
I'm so happy. I'm literally sorry. I'm that person.
No, open.
No, because even when you was putting the products on my hair, I was like, this smells nice. This smells
Okay.
expensive.
Yes, it's good stuff.
Oh, this
So
is
we have
lovely.
treatment 1, which is whenever there is no issues with your hair and you're
Okay.
maintaining the health of your hair.
Amazing.
And then treatment 2, whenever there's issues. So let's say you have issues with your scalp, a little bit of shedding, dryness, you would use your treatment 2.
Yeah.
So that will be your combination treatment.
This is amazing because I've got a whole thing full of hair
Rack.
stuff. Like a whole rack.
Just
like
get the black bag. and
yeah,
do
this is gonna be
whoosh.
at the front. Do you know what I
Thank
mean?
you.
I'm gonna move
Yeah, yeah,
Olaplex
I love
to the
that.
back.
Yeah,
And I'm
okay.
gonna put Morells to the
Big up
front.
Olaplex, love Olaplex.
No, I do love them, but
However,
black owns.
this right here, this right here,
Is it?
It is it. Your curl
It's the
patterns
truth.
come back, the shedding stops or minimalizes, helps
I'm
with
so
itchy scalp.
happy.
So if you can't make it back here, you've actually got what we
Amazing.
would do.
I'm coming
in the-
back. I felt
I know.
nice
We're
then.
booking.
Yeah,
We're
we'll
booking
come back.
it. We're booking
She's
it.
coming back 100%.
No,
We're booking
thank
it.
you.
No, you're welcome. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, I got something from that, man.
Yeah.
I love to leave these things with something. And I've got
Yeah.
something.
Okay, that's good. I was like, I hope I'm not chatting off to people.
No, no, you
ears.
haven't. No, it's
Thank
been
you.
authentic. Thank you for being so vulnerable and open with your hair journey. journey and what you have experienced. I hope you guys watching know that you're not alone.
Never,
a lot of
trust
us
me, I'm still going through it.
Have gone through some stuff, and just thank you for understanding that we are not going to style your hair to death.
Yes, that's
from the first service, and once that time is right, it's going to be beautiful.
I love the honesty and transparency. Like, don't sell me a dream just because you want things to look great online. Do you know what I mean? So I'm here for it.
And I appreciate that you're online, you're on Instagram, and you've got your following, but our ethos is to make sure that your hair is cared for.
Amazing.
So we want that to stay with you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure. You can find us if you look on our description below, you'll be able to find us. We are on Instagram, Morells of Broccoli, and Monikah Lee is on Instagram and all socials.
Yes, I am.
And you will see her. She's here in these streets.
Yeah, she's out
outside.
She's outside.
I love that. That's a brand. I'm so happy. No, it's a brand. I'm outside. Outside. I can see my t-shirt outside.
Monikah Lee outside.
Love it. Thank you guys for having me, honestly.